Alright guys, Papa Pepper back once again here at the Abundant Harvest Homestead. And I'll tell you what, in life, it's okay to be blessed. It's okay to have an opportunity that you take advantage of, and it works out really well for your family, works out really well for you. Sometimes we don't always realize how good we have it until we lose something, until it's taken away. And honestly guys, we were so spoiled around here. Now I wasn't just trying to be spoiled. I wasn't just trying to anything. It's just that it is what it is. I was super spoiled. And for a while, I had that taken away. And I'm so glad to have it back. It's nice to be spoiled again. So check this out. If you look at our garden, which is this lush, vibrant green thing just living behind us, you'll see we mostly grow primarily in raised beds. And those raised beds are formed with rocks. And those rocks are separated with paths that are mulched. This mulch we get for free. This mulch is all for free. So there's a lot of things that come into play here, but one thing is, if I can have this free mulch to mulch my garden with, okay, to have these nice paths where there's not as many weeds, there's still some weeds, and I have not weeded the pathways in a while, that's good. And it helps build up our soil, it helps a lot of good things in a lot of ways. Also, over time, these pathways actually break down and turn into soil, which is some absolutely amazing, beautiful, rich stuff. I mean, seriously, look at that. The worms come into play, the millipedes, a lot of things do that. Well, we get some really rich, really good, really alive soil. And we totally appreciate that, totally are blessed by that. Really, it means a lot to us. So for a while, I remember going to town a while ago, and with my trailer, because I don't really like to take a ride to town without bringing my trailer, because if I can get a big load of free mulch, I'm going to take advantage of that. That's a great opportunity for me. I take in my recycling, pick up the mulch, and then as we kind of work through things where I mulch, it stays a little nicer. Where I don't mulch, I've got to kind of combat with just things reverting to the wild. Eventually we may turn this over just to like a permaculture food forest and just let everything just kind of run, which will be cool, but we're not there yet. So until then, I want to suppress all this stuff and turn it more into all that stuff. But without having that free mulch, I actually fired up this Viper Earthquake chipper shredder for the first time in like 2 or 3 years. So I am phasing through some stuff. You can see some trees that are laying down. I just womped my cold hardy kiwi trellis with one tree. I'm gonna have trees here. There's gonna be trees here. There's gonna be different trees, different fruit and nut trees that make more sense for me and my family. So I've been sitting there running through branches, like you see this one sticking out here, heading into the chipper shredder. But it's a lot more time and effort and certainly noise to generate just even a little bit of wood mulch. Been doing it, but it was a lot of work, an absolute lot of work. And even since we started working on this property, there are still brush piles, which can house rodents, can house, rabbits, can house snakes. They're not exactly good to have around. I see one way down over there, another one across over there. There's a big one over there. I didn't just want to put a match to it and burn it and lose it forever, because I knew it was a good resource. But without really having the need to run it through the chipper shredder, I wasn't doing that. Because like I said, we were absolutely spoiled. When I run to town, which I'm going to do anyway, and when I can just stop in and a lot of times get loaded for free with a full load of mulch, I mean, look at this thing. Why would I not? I remember once too, even I think I posted a picture of me getting a load of free mulch. And I said, what would you do with an unlimited supply of mulch? And the Green Dream Project said, pretty much cover everything. And that's one thing here where the part I'm heading through gardening is an old forest floor. So there is a little bit of topsoil because of everything that's been generated there with the sticks, the fungal stuff, the breaking down of leaves, everything happening at a microbial level, at a bacterial level, at the level that earthworms and insects and different things are at. But the soil, for the most part, where I live, is rock and clay. And that's not a good situation. So hence, we take those rocks, we build these raised beds, then we fill them with a better soil. And the cool thing too is I'm actually going to take that gorilla cart somebody blessed us with and start removing some of our old pathways, like where I showed you I can just reach in and it's like a lush, vibrant, living soil. And I'm gonna take that gorilla cart and I'm gonna fill in some of these raised beds I made over the winter. I was actually getting to the point I was considering buying topsoil or super soil. So glad I didn't. I'd rather use those funds elsewhere. But I've got some that are just sitting here. They're empty. It's time to be planting, it's time to be growing. I gotta get these things filled. So I'm gonna take this gorilla cart and fill it up with some of that stuff and then remulch it. I think I showed you guys, a video before, talk about it's just so easy to be generating this topsoil, this wonderful gardening soil with the things that we already do, which is just let the wood chips sit there for a year or two. Absolutely love it. But when you don't have those wood chips coming in, then you pretty much miss out on that opportunity. So we are back to being spoiled. People open back up after COVID-19 or after the initial restrictions. We'll see what happens. But while I can, I'm just going to be grabbing that stuff and bringing it in, doing the shuffle, just adding some resources to our property, moving some things around, filling up some of those raised beds, planting our squash, getting some other stuff in, and we're back in business. So life is going to be a whole lot different now that I'm back to being spoiled. I'll see you guys next time. Papa out.